Dodge City's Long Branch Saloon, a notorious location in its day for the gamblers, gunfighters, and cowboys. It was the center of activity. I really found out long before the Long Branch became famous on radio and TV's Gunsmoke, the man who established the real Dodge City Saloon made his home in central Arkansas. But unlike his friends at the time, Western legends Wyatt Earp and Bat Masterson, Charlie Bassett's story was never made into a best-selling book or a Hollywood blockbuster. But after what I learned about him, it should have been. And we can claim him as a unique Arkansas treasure. In a section of this quiet hot springs cemetery, a lone white marker standing out from the rest. Charles Bassett, at 48, died a young man, but how he lived is legendary.
Bassett had several notches on his revolver, each of which stood for a human life. Kansas City Star.
Bassett opened a saloon in Dodge City, Kansas, and it would become the famed Long Branch. Cowboys, cattlemen, and outlaws swarmed it like moths to a flame. Again, the Kansas City Star.
The town was overrun with a lawless element. Desperados were as numerous as flies in summertime, and murders were of a nightly occurrence. Kansas City Star.
In Dodge, you could find trouble or wait around, and trouble would find you. If the Long Branch drew the swarm, high-stakes poker games kept the flame white hot.
Raise you 100. Try that.
Games could end with a fist fight, a knife fight, or the more conventional gunfight. Soon, Bassett saw a need, and he would move from behind the bar to behind a star. Along with friends Wyatt Earp and Bat Masterson, they set out to settle the town down. It was do or die.
Charlie, the original owner of the Long Branch Saloon in Dodge City, came here after he sold the saloon. He came here, good friend of his, Bat Masterson, and Wyatt Earp. They had already been here.
Back in Dodge, the men were more than good friends of Bassett's.
They really, not that they worshipped him, but they trusted his judgment on a lot of things, because Dodge City was, you know, the center of all activity, all Western activity back. That was about as far west as you could go without getting into Indian territory.
Bassett was the first elected sheriff overseeing Dodge City. He made Masterson his chief deputy. When he was term limited out, Masterson became sheriff, and he made Bassett his chief deputy. When eventually he became marshal, he turned around and tapped his friend Wyatt Earp as deputy then. Theirs was a flesh and blood circle of trust and justice. The men would die before break. When the law was broken and the lawless ran from Dodge, Bassett's posse was never far behind, running them down.
Wyatt Earp, Bat Masterson, and Charlie didn't always follow the strict law. There was a lot of bending, which it had to be back in those days to get along and not get killed.
Earp was known to slug the back of a man's head to stop a fight. Masterson would put a slug in their chest. Charlie was a skilled gunman, but he would often reach for reason before gun to calm tensions. And when things were quiet in Dodge, they would retreat to Hot Springs.
It's almost like the lawmen would come here to lay low too. And so it's just a very unique city and a unique territory, which is kind of what it was back in Charlie's day.
This famous photograph of Earp, Masterson, other lawmen, and Charlie Bassett made up the Dodge City Peace Commission. Eventually, their days in Dodge came to an end, going separate ways. Earp and Masterson moved on to infamy, legends in books, radio, movies, and TV, Hollywood heroes to this day. Why not Charlie Bassett? Well, that may have been by his own design.
Concerning his life in Dodge, he never spoke, even to his most intimate friends, and he rarely referred to the exciting times when he was sheriff and deputy marshal in Dodge City. Kansas City Star.
Eventually, Bassett had no choice but to come stay near the waters of Hot Springs.
So Charlie moved here with arthritis to take the baths and fell in love with it like most people do.
But the baths only did so much. In time, Masterson and Earp would be back to say goodbye to their friend. Charlie Bassett quietly drifted off and became a footnote in the lives of his friends' exploits. But always leading the way, he actually got to Hollywood first in 1896. You see, in a section of this quiet Hot Springs cemetery, Hollywood Cemetery, a lone white marker standing out from the rest. Charles Bassett, at 48, died a young man, but how he lived is legendary. An Arkansas treasure. Quite a life. And if you've ever uttered the words, "It's time to get out of Dodge," you can thank Sheriff Bassett. He actually coined that phrase. It was his last suggestion before reaching for his gun. Without a doubt, that would be the last thing an outlaw ever saw.